Hello everyone and welcome back to Shapez 2. Today we get to learn how to paint. Alrighty, so last time we left off with completing Milestone 4, I believe, and now we go turn it in. Okay, unlock. Technology briefing, alright. Let's break up these boring gray shapes. You can now extract fluids and paint shapes. But do us a favor and don't spill anything on the floor, they stick really well. Oh, okay. So it looks like we got fluids, a whole bunch of fluid stuff. Operator level? Keep delivering past milestone shapes to increase your operator level, granting you rewards from the vortex. Oh, okay, so I don't destroy my old factory. We keep it around. But it looks like we got a bunch of other things like space pipe tunnel, painter, pump, pipes, fluids. Okay, new tasks, all of this stuff. We've unlocked upgrades for the fluid tank and the miner extensions, and painting level. Cool. Place a fluid miner to extract fluids. Noted. Okay, let me go down here and look at some tasks first. We can now finally unlock our emeralds. Nice. Okay, so before we do anything, why don't we just go get this emerald thing done? Because that's not going to be difficult. All we have to do for that is merge these. So let's do that real quick. Ah, and there we go. A couple of quick stacker setups, and now we are getting these. Emeralds are done. Okay, so why don't we actually go do some fluid mixing tasks? But you know what? There's a few things that I need to fix first, because... Oh. Man, I keep getting distracted, but it looks like this is like our leveled up milestones thing? Oh, operator. Here we go. Operator level. Keep delivering past milestones to increase your operator level, getting additional rewards. Oh, you just get research points. And platform limit. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, awesome. So that'll just be cooking in the background. But we need to go fix this. There's a few things that I missed the last episode that I probably should have figured out by now. First of being, I built this kind of in an awkward spot. I tried rotating it, but it didn't work out. So then I had to go all the way around with this belt here. That's just like not a good idea. So what we can actually do, there's a tunnel. You can place tunnels to route space builds below other platforms. Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? So then I don't have to do... you know, going all the way around, I can just run this into a tunnel, like that. Yeah, that's way easier to do. Wish I would have seen that sooner, so we can save a whole bunch of space for belts right over here. Okay, so I think that's good for that. Everything else should be fine. I mean, obviously this is an extreme waste of belts, but like, it's fine, whatever. Okay, let's do some painting now. So it looks like our first task is going to be green squares. So we gotta go find some green. There's some green right here. Fluid miner. I guess we can put it here. Fluid miner extracts fluids from fluid depots. Connect up to 3 extensions. But I don't have extensions yet, it looks like. So that's a bit weird. Interesting. Okay, so now what do we need to do? Place a pump. There we go. And then we need to place pipes. Okay, so pipes are just belts but for fluids. Okay. Noted. Use a space pipe to transport that. Space pipe. And we already have the belts, so that's good. Okay, let's take this... I'm just going to build one here for now, and eventually we're going to have to go find some squares. Let's see here. There's squares here, but they're quite a ways away. But honestly, we've got 1,700 platform units remaining. I think we'll be fine to mine these. Okay, let's do that. All right, we can also use our tunnel right here to go underneath the emerald belt, and we can take this all the way over to the green over here somewhere. Yeah, here it is. And now what we can do, we can run this. This needs to be a space pipe because we are doing paint after all, and we can run it over here. And then we can place, let's just go with a 1x2 platform right there, and we've got our paint right here, which we can take out as a pipe right here. Okay, so that looks like it's getting some paint. Oh, it's like shooting little globs. That's kind of cool. Now we need to place a painter. A painter. Okay, so what on earth are all those numbers? Okay, so this looks like it's 4 of these to 1 belt, and it looks like 4 of these to 1 liquid belt, so that does check out. Unfortunately, I don't know if we're gonna have enough space for all this on this 1x2 platform. Maybe I should rotate this. Let's do that, actually. So I don't have fluid extensions, so maybe that's in research that I can get. Fluid tank, fluid miner extensions, we need 25. Okay, and unfortunately, yeah, we don't have the research points for that. Okay, fine, we'll just do it the hard way for the green squares. Eventually we can get that upgraded, but for now we'll just do it with 1. That means I can also get set up properly with like how to actually get these in, you know. Okay, so let's place one of these down and look about how this works. So it looks like we just run this like that. and then it'll come out, and then paint goes in that side. Okay, let's see. How do we want this to rotate? Oh man, this is gonna be weird. This is a really weird shape to make this. Let's just place 4 of them down and see what I can do. Okay, so let's just run like that, I guess? I feel like this is just not gonna work as well as I think it will. There's gotta be a better way to do this, but for now, we're just gonna do it like this because that's the only way I know of. And then what we can do is we can take this and go up, and then we just go down. Okay, there we go. So that looks like it's now getting paint in there, and then we're getting our green squares like that. Okay, so that does work, but it's very not compact. There's probably a better way to do this, and I'll definitely look into it later, but for now, let's just get these green squares going into the vortex, because it is a milestone after all. Okay, now the real question is, can I go under or over this? I can? Okay, that's a bit weird, but I guess it works, so we're gonna go with it. Okay, so another thing, we can get rid of these, or we can add a square to them. I feel like that would be the better idea. Let's just do that real quick, but we'll do that later. I want to get these green squares actually going in first. Another thing that I didn't realize last time is you can build your own belt launchers. So I can just launch over this belt instead of going to the second floor, which is very convenient, and I wish I knew that earlier. Anyways, we send our new green squares straight over from here. Now, it's going to take a while to get here because the belts are quite slow, but that is fine because we have a whole bunch of side tasks to work on in the meantime, like up here. So our next step for this one is we need to add a third rotation on top. So what we actually are going to need to do is cut out half this belt here, and we cut this as well. We just need to do a little bit of thinking here to make sure that we're doing this right. Okay, so we need to add a third one on top of this, and it needs to be rotated twice. So if we grab 180-degree rotator, that will be what we need, right? Yes, and then we just have another stacker. What if we did this a little bit smarter? I realize now that it's still 1 to 6 on the stackers, so we could just run a belt directly into these new ones here. And that will go on the bottom, which means then this will go on the top. Like that. And that should make what we need. Oh, it does. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, cool. And then all we do is send that in, and that is this shape done. The next one is going to be adding a fourth one on top of that, but it needs to be rotated correctly. So I think this is almost right. We just need to rotate it again. There you go. And then all we need to do is we need to send this into another set of stackers, which we can just preemptively get set up. So all we have to do is come back when this is done. Now, unfortunately, this is only going to be 1 belt worth because we're running out of these squares to do. So, yeah, that's fine. Okay, next up, why don't we just go upgrade these circle things? I set this up in a really awkward way. It's my own fault, really, but nothing I can do about it now, to be honest. Okay, so we need half squares. Honestly, we could just cut them over here. Let's just do that. It's going to be way easier. So we are going to have to figure out how to get these out, but honestly, what I think we can do is we just reroute the belts this way. Okay, so it looks like belt launchers will always go a certain way. So that's kind of inconvenient. So maybe I will just go with the second floor because they're not using it much over here. And then we can use the belt launchers for the other part, but I just need to get everything over first. All right, so it doesn't matter what goes where, and honestly, we need to just move this again anyway. So let me get this set up. Ah, and there is our full emeralds done, right as I'm setting up this task. Let's go claim this, though, real quick. Next up, we need to do green emeralds, so we need to paint them. We know how to paint now, so why don't we just go get that set up? But let me finish what I'm doing over here first. And I know there's a bunch of warnings, it's like, it's fine. Hey, and that is what we need right there, and we can send it over to this side. I think I left enough space. Oh, I did. I actually left enough space for once? No way. Okay, well, there's those ones. This is going to be annoying, but this task is going to get completely eradicated soon, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's go paint these emeralds green real quick. And it looks like we're only getting 2 belts of this, so I can probably just set up 2 big space pipes for this. So now we need to run some painters, which I still have not figured out a good way to run these, but it's fine. You know, I'm just thinking, what if I do something like this? No, that wouldn't work. Right? No, it wouldn't. What if I did this? Yeah, and then I run the paint up top. Okay, I feel like that would be better, but it would still be kind of awkward. Why don't I just do it? Whatever. Except that doesn't work either because I realized that I blocked this off. Okay, yeah, these are so awkward to work with, man. Yay. There we go. That is really annoying, so we're just going to kind of copy, and then we're just going to kind of hold shift to place anyway. Yes, let's do that. Now, it looks like I've built this in a really awkward position, as per usual, so we may have to move the belt. Well, that's fine. We can do that. Okay, now another thing is, can we run this from the top floor into a belt? And we'll just go in. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, sweet. Well, there we go. Now another... Okay, so now that I'm just thinking about this, what if I were to do this? What happens here? Is that working? Oh my god, you can do that. There's no way you can run a first and second floor into the same part of a space belt. I'm not going to actually do that, though, because it's going to be really annoying to get it out. So we're just going to run it on these as well. Okay, there we go. Well, that was simple. Okay, well, now all we just got to do is wait for that. And also, we completed this task, so let's go turn that in. Okay, and now we have to stack a half circle on top of that. Honestly, probably a better way to do this than what I'm doing here. So why don't we do a little bit of rejigging while we're waiting for some other things to show up. And then that should make what we need. Oh my god, I'm a genius, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Looks like we got our triple stacked blue square dude done, and now all we have to do is plug in the other one. So if we hit V to hide this, all we need to do is reroute these belts. There we go, and then we run that into there, and then that should be what we need right there. That was simple. Glad I got that set up. Okay, looks like there was some backlog stuff, but that's fine. And looks like we got our first operator thing. 15,000 of these. Claim. We got 2 extra research points, and we have 25. You know what that means. Fluid miner extensions. Let's go. We can upgrade our green circles. Let's go to... Wait, these are squares. Oh, dear. So it begins. Fluid miner extension. There we go. Much better. There we go. And now we have 4 things of fluid. Oh, I think we need upgrades. Right, yeah, because everything else is level 3. Painting's level 1. That's not good, is it? Maybe we only need 1 of these per belt. Maybe that's why it's like that. We need to just get some more research, man. Okay, you know what? Ignore the other tasks. Let's do the other stuff here. This is going, this is going, this is going. How are the green emeralds coming in? Are they stuck? Did I send them in on top? I feel like that's what I did. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, yeah, my bad. There we go. That should fix that problem. So now we're getting our green emeralds in there. Just like that. Okay, I guess next up we can make this spike ball thing. Because we've got half of it right here, so let's just do that real quick. And we can put down a quick little 1x1 platform right here just to get this processed. Or no, I guess we're only going to get 2 belts of this, but this is a main task. We might want to actually upgrade this. Well, I guess we can just copy paste this whole thing once we have it set up, huh? Okay, well, let's do that. I feel like I have this set up somewhere. Hey, would you look at that? It's right here. Why don't we save this as a blueprint and call it... We'll name it half to full because we're taking half shapes and turning them into full shapes. And that makes our spikes. And now we just need another one of these, so if we just kind of... Boop! And that just works. Wow. Okay. Well, and then we run this over to the vortex, which looks like we are seriously running out of space. Okay, you know what? Circles in the middle, you gotta go. And that is another one of our milestones done. Okay, so we got this. We can go claim our red circle thingy. And now we have to paint the corner. That is extremely annoying. Yeah, how are we gonna do that? I have a feeling I'm gonna be slicing the throughput of this in half. All I have to do, really, is take this half of the red and then put it into this half of the circle up here. So all we have to do now is we need to cut out the corner of this circle. This is going to be really weird, and hopefully we don't run out of space over here, but we might. So now hang on just a minute. We might be able to use a swapper here. Oh, yeah, wait, we can just use swappers. Okay, well that was actually a little bit easier than I thought, but it's a lot larger than I'd like. Basically what we're doing is we're taking this circle and these halves and we're swapping the halves. And then we're making exactly what we need to stack on top, but we need to make it again. So hopefully I can just kind of, hopefully there's enough room for this. Oh, just barely. That is a miracle that that actually works. Wow, okay. So now theoretically, this should just start working and hopefully it doesn't get backed up because everything's its own belt. We'll come back to that in a little bit just to see if this is in fact working. This is what we need, and it looks like it's waiting, so I guess we'll find out, right? All right, let me go check what other tasks I can do. I think I've pinned all of them. I haven't. Let me just pin all these. Red fly? What? Okay. I guess these are flies? No, we're calling those spikes. Those are spikes, bro. Looks like we can also do some painting with blue and red, or we can just go grab one of those from the mushroom that we have over here. Let's just do that. That seems way simpler. Hold on a minute. I just had a thought. So this, if we save this, we can call this a 4x half to full miner. Save. I basically saved the entire mine here. So let's try this out. So then we can slap this on a mine, and then it should just output what we need. Except it is doing something very weird. Yeah, we don't want this. Okay, so these need to be rotated before they go in, so let's just do that. So we don't need to stack them together though, so we can just remove the stacker part. And it looks like we could rotate them, or we could just keep them the same because rotation doesn't matter. Can I run a belt under a belt like this? Let's find out. That is... okay, sure. I guess that just works. Looks like our green emeralds are done, so let's go turn that in. Boop. And now we have to put a square on top. I think I have a full stacking platform. I do. I have one right here. I'm gonna save this for a stacking platform. Stacking platform, boom. That's what we need right there, so that was easy. Next up, we're almost done with this. This is coming in. We've got these two. Looks like we have a new milestone to do. And we just completed that half mushroom dude. Solid stuff. Let's claim this, and now we have to put another one of those on it. Oh. Yep, that works just fine. Okay, yeah, this is going to be really awkward in the future when we actually have to, you know, make this, but for now it's fine. We are really running out of places to put inputs here. I had to go AFK for a little bit, and I forgot everything that I was doing. Fantastic. Looks like we are almost done on these, though, which is good. Looks like we also got our other 2 milestones done, so let's go claim those. Done. And done. And that gave us a lot of research points, so let's go over there and see what we can get. Fluid tank stores excess fluids. Is that useful? I don't know if that's useful. I feel... no, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna upgrade painting to level 3. We need 30 points. Jesus. Okay, well, what next? So now that these are coming in, I guess we can work on the main task. You know what? Why don't we go upgrade the green squares? Because right now we're only making 1 belt, and we can definitely afford to do more than that. Okay, so it looks like painters are going to be 3 to... a full belt, I think? 45, yeah, it's probably going to be 3 painters for a full belt. Okay, we don't have that yet, though, because we don't have research. Do I want to just set that up? Yeah, I feel like we should probably just do that. Okay, so let me just rework how this whole thing works, and then we can actually have it be almost efficient, but not yet. Once we get it upgraded, then it will be. Okay. Cool. Okay, so it is really awkward getting these setups, and there's definitely a better way to do this. Okay, yeah, that is how... this is going to end up working out. Okay, yeah, this is definitely not space efficient in the slightest, but I think we now have technically not 3, or technically not 4 full belts of the green squares because it isn't technically as efficient as it should be, but once we get the upgrade, it will be. So we're going to consider this 4 green belts of squares. 4 squares of green belts. Okay, and there we go. We can send that over. Okay, so that will be upgraded once we get the upgrade. But it looks like we have some tasks completed, so maybe we can unlock enough points to do this now. 12 points. Oh, let's go, dude. We need 30, didn't we? Dang it! Okay, well, we're close. Now, our next task is to do this. And I think I have an idea on how we can make this a lot easier. So, let's think about this now. I think we're going to need another 2x2 platform here, so let's just place this down preemptively. We might be able to do this in a 1x1, but honestly, I don't feel like that is a good idea. Okay, so let's try to set this up. Basically, what I'm going to do is we're going to do a double swapper. You know, let's just build it in the middle here. And then we can copy paste it to where it needs to go. Okay, so green squares go in the sides. This should be now normal squares if I've got this correctly set up. Ah, yes, I didn't actually put down the drills. So then the normal squares, we're just going to take one line. They'll go up like this. And now that's half and half. And then what we do is we rotate this one like this. There we go. And then we put another swapper. Oh my god. Oh my god, look at that. That's how it's done, fellas. And we got another operator level, so we get 2 more research points. Thank you very much. Okay, so let me just copy this. Okay, now the real question is, how much is this going to output? Is this 2 belts or 1 belt? There we go. Okay, so now how many... is this going to be 2 full belts or is it going to be 1 full belt? Just put trash there so we can check to make sure this is going at the speed that I want, and then we can actually figure it out. Okay. It looks to be 2 full belts. Okay. So we're going to be making 4 belts of this? Jesus. Okay. Or wait, no, 8. 8? We're making 8 belts of this? Holy! How's that going to work? Brother. Okay, you know what? I don't even know if we have space on a 2x2 platform here. Oh, I think we do. We don't. Most intriguing. Okay, so I don't think we do. So, yeah, that's an awkward. Wait a minute. We might be able to fit this after all. Who am I kidding? Let me just figure this out, bro. I'm stupid or something, apparently. we go. I think I got it. Oh my god, that is a nightmare, dude. But I think it's working. So we're making 8 full belts of this stuff. God, okay. Yeah. Think we made a little overkill on this one. So let's see if we can actually get this stuff out. It looks like we can't because there's not enough space. So we're gonna have to go to the second floor. That's fine. Okay. Wait a minute. Am I about to do something incredibly dumb? Absolutely. I'm gonna send this on one belt. Like this. Let's see what happens here. Yes, we can. Okay, so we've got one belt on the top floor down here and one belt on the bottom floor. Oh my god. Jeez, dude. Okay. Now that's how you make a belt. And then what we can do is instead we can run it this way. Okay, well, that's a lot. And now we gotta figure out how we're gonna recombobulate all of this to work. Oh, and we're no longer needing these. We need another spike. Jeez, dude. Okay, I'll come back to that later. Let's just get this in first. We also can rip out some of these. Okay, we're gonna do a factory cleanup at some point. For now, let's just, let's get this organized and make it look nice and everything. Okay, here we go. Now this is a lot. So as you can see from both of these, up and down, we are making these shapes. Jeez. Okay, yeah, so that's 8 full belts of this milestone. That's a bit overkill, I think. I don't think we're gonna be needing that much. Oh well, I've made it now. Okay, let's do some factory cleanup because we've got a lot of stuff that we don't need anymore and it's taking up so much space. Most specifically, this stuff right here. We don't need this at all. We also no longer need this shape, so we can get rid of this. All right, that is a much cleaner area to work with. Okay, so now the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna work on this blue spiky ball. So now the problem with the blue spikes is we don't have enough spikes because we're making 8 belts of this, and this is making 4 belts, and we only have enough for 6. So we're gonna have to go find some more spikes somewhere. I would assume that there's hopefully some nearby, or we're just going to have to cut our losses. There's some over here, and there's blue right here. How much is there over here? There's enough to get 8 full belts. We're gonna go with 8 because that's what we've been doing. Okay, so a little bit of editing to the blueprint that I had makes 1 full half a belt. This is 2. Okay, Jesus, dude. I keep mixing up space belts, a full space belt with a full, like, conveyor belt. This makes 2 belts, normal belts, of the spikes. And luckily, we can just paste it. And now we've got 8! Nice, but of course we need to run this to the other sides here because we, actually have to put them on the belt. There we go. Okay, so now that is 8 belts of the spikes. Now we need to paint them all, which is oh so fun. Yay. I love painting. I have a painting setup over here. Honestly, might just copy this. Let's think. This is 1 full belt, so 1, 2. Oh, great. And we need to stack the blue spikes on top of that one to get this milestone completed. That's not that bad. Now, I am going to be a little bit inefficient here and run 2 belts because I'm lazy and I don't want to deal with it. So we're going to be wasting a lot of these platform units, but like, whatever. Okay, so we've got our spikes hooked up theoretically to these. I just copy-paste them over because I'm extremely lazy. Okay, so now we got to get paint in here, which I believe we need. How much? Is it just one of those? Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, cool. I might, at some point, take a little bit of time in between episodes to make some nice blueprints. I feel like that would be beneficial. Like this. That's much nicer. So we can bring this over here to blue land, and we get 2 things of blue. We can take some space pipes and run them in. All right, so there we've got our blue now in here. So now theoretically, this should just work, right? Blue, perfect. Okay, and then this one should also be working. Yeah, baby, we got 2 full belts of these, 2 full space belts of these, 8 full normal belts. There we go. And now since these ones are on top and these ones are on the bottom, it should be perfectly fine to run this straight in. So, yeah, this is going to be awkward. Okay. And there we go. As you can see by the little icons right there, we are getting 8 full belts of the blue spikes. That was a process, dude. And of course, I did it wrong about 3 times, so yeah. Okay, looks like we can also get rid of our green emeralds now that those are done. So I guess we might as well just cut it all out. Wow, there's a lot of cutting out that we can do here. Okay, so in the meantime, we're waiting for this. We can get some of these other tasks done. This one, I don't know what to do about that, dude. I'm going to be honest. Oh, here we go. I found it. Since we no longer need these because we're making them off-site, we can use them here. And we can redo how this entire thing works. So now this is almost what we need. We just need to keep this part. So if we do a counterclockwise rotation, I believe, and then we can run these into a deleting cutter, and there we get our corner piece right there. And that is the piece that we need. Cool. Now hang on just a minute. We might be able to get away with this by doing it a little bit better than just cutting it off. I just thought of this now. Hold on. Oh, I'm so stupid. Okay, we're already getting half from over. We don't even need to make these into a full thing. It's fine. Okay, whatever. We'll just do an additional processing because we already have it set up this way. Okay, we need to go grab that swapper setup we have for the green right here. Is this actually going to work the way that I hope it does? That is always the question, isn't it? What?
What is that? What the fuck?
Okay, that obviously is not working because we only need one swapper. Yeah, this is just a waste of my time. Okay, cool. Yep, there you go. That's just exactly what we need. Let me just trash these pieces. And then what we can do is we can format this nicely so that we can actually use all of them. There we go. That is a nice factory. A little bit janky and a little bit kind of unorganized, but honestly, it works just fine. All right, so that's that shape done. We also need to make red spikes. We could paint it, or we could maybe just find them. Ah, yeah, here we go. Fortunately, absolutely miles away from the main area. Do we have enough to reach over there? I don't know. And also, I guess we could look at the next tasks for that as well. Double it up, add a circle, add a square, paint it green. Okay, I think we'll wait on this one. Let's just get these. Those seem easy. We have an available squares over here anyway, so we can just slap that down, run a belt over to the blue, copy paste our paint thing from over here, which we are definitely going to be upgrading later. And that should be blue squares. Ah, and there is that milestone. Now we have to do the very awkward thing of stacking 8 belts together. Yeah, I think I'm going to hold out on that for a little bit. All right, so that theoretically should be blue squares. We just got to make sure that everything is, in fact, working properly. Oh, and we also need to add the paint. So let me go grab that from the copy over here. Yep, that'll make blue squares. Okay, that was easy. And then we can just swap that out for red because there's red right here. We'll just pipe it over, and then that'll be for the red squares as well. Cool beans. Okie dokie. There are so many shapes going in. Jeez. 20,000 of these to upgrade again. Oof. Okay, well, good thing we're making 8 belts of this stuff. Okay, well, now we got to do the fun process of, 8 stackers. There's enough maybe for 4 here, and then we can do 4 maybe somewhere. Well, here we go. I think we're going to be time-lapsing this one because it's going to be quite a process. So here we go. Ah, and there we go. 8 full belts of this shape. Oh my god, that is insane. Jeez. Eventually, this will probably get moved out into a void platform somewhere. But for now, I think this is just fine. Okay. So, another thing, I'm going to go claim the blue squares task. All we have to do is stack a circle onto that. And then I think I'm just going to reroute the red, stack a circle onto that, and then we can hook this up and watch this fly in. Once this then flies in, that will be the milestone 4 completed, and then we can move on to milestone 5 in the next episode. So let's just go grab the red squares, stack a circle on these blue things, and then call it a day. So the red is going to be quite easy. All I have to do is quite literally copy and rotate and paste. Okay, and that should be the red squares. That was easy. And honestly, I think we can wait to stack the blue circles on there. So, since red squares should now be coming in from the blue square area, and we are going to be making 8 full belts of milestone 5, let's hook this all up. All hooked up and ready to go. Alrighty, we're about halfway done now, and I realize that I'm kind of just wasting time sitting here watching this go up. So, why don't we go claim some tasks that we've completed in the meantime? I like this one. And this one. And then we can go figure out what else we need to do. Okay, so let's see. We're making the red squares right now. If we get green squares, is there any green nearby? There's a plenty of green over there. Do we have any more squares left? It doesn't look like we do. Yeah, that is kind of a problem, isn't it? We could also just split this in half. We don't really need that much. But I don't really want to do that. Okay, let me do some thinking. Maybe we just wait on this one and instead we switch back to blue and then we just stack circles because there's a nice circle factory right here that we can do. Why don't we just do that? Okay, we'll leave the red in place though. All we need to do now is, I guess we can actually do this on the belt here. So now we need to grab some circles, and I think we have a blueprint for that. Okay, yeah, now those should be making circles. There we go. Okay, so that's a full belt of circles. Clear that out so we don't have any unwanted circles or unwanted shapes in the mix. And we can bring them over here. And then we just have to have 4 stacker setups. Hopefully we have room for that. I would assume that we do. All right, so that should now be good. That is a full belt of these. And then we can send these into this. And there we go. Now we've got that shape done. Okay. Oh, wait. What is going on over there? I misread that. We just need to add... Okay. I was thinking this is going to be super annoying. Right. Okay. And since you can kind of see this little corner piece there, yeah, there is... You just stack a square on top. I thought you had to cut the piece out and move it, but no, you just stack it. So that's easy. Correct stacking platform. Rotate. Now, is this in the correct orientation? No! What if I mirrored it? How about now? Happy? Hey! And there we go. That's that shape done. Okay, that was way easier than I thought it was going to be. Thank goodness I checked that. Okay, next up, should we do this? Yeah, we might as well, right? Honestly, it's all the way down here, down in 0B. And we even build in 0B, because this is like... We are a long way away from the center there. Okay. Oh yeah, another thing I guess we could do. We could go claim our operator level, because we have leveled that up. Cool. Also... We have a bunch of points now, so I think we should upgrade our painting to match everything else. Perfect. Oh, and as you can see, my operator level is changing down there in the bottom. So now I'm purple. Let's try to get this done before this is done. So that's going to be kind of hard. So there we go. That's what we need. Now, rotation doesn't matter, so we're going to ignore it. Okay, so now we have to run the longest space belt you think you've ever seen in your life. Oh my god. And there's the milestone complete, but let's run this space belt. So... Oh my god, it's going to take so much of these things. Holy dude. Oh, I overshot. Oops. Bonk. And it looks like we already have some belts that just go in, so we're just going to reuse them. Ta-da! Okay, so that should be these red spikes that are all the way down here. Oh my god. We making red spikes? We are making red spikes. Okay, so that will be good. This is working. This is working, and then we just have to get some more squares later. I think that is going to be it for this episode. We've got all the way up, completed Milestone 4, and now... Next episode, we'll be looking at trains. Looks like we get a whole bunch of different stuff here, a lot of nice things, but we're not going to unlock that until the next episode. So that's going to be it for this episode. Next time, obviously, we'll be looking at trains. I'm quite happy with the amount of these that we've made. It looks like once we claim this milestone, this will unlock the operator level, so we can upgrade our operator level even more with these shapes. And since we have 8 full belts of this stuff, it will be going a lot faster. That's going to be it for this episode. I'm looking forward to making a train roller coaster. Goodbye.